Hey, what's going on, everyone? Joey here, and last night was another great episode of The Masked Singer. And not only did we get who was under the mask correctly, we also got the right order again, which is like week number 4 for us, being straight with getting the right order. So I'm really happy about that. Right now, we're going to go ahead and go through all the pitch correct audio and the clues. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. And hello, Charlie. Welcome to hell. Let's get started. Now, if you're new to the YouTube channel, hi, how are you? My name is Joey Contino. I'm an executive audio producer in New York City, where it's my job to go ahead and provide audio for my clients. And when that audio sounds bad, it's my job to make it sound good. In this case, when it comes to The Masked Singer, it's figuring out the pitch correct. That's right. Every single week we get brand new clue packages, and in those clue packages are the celebrities talking, giving us clues. But Fox is smart. They say, we can't let them hear the real voices, because if we do, people are going to recognize the voices. So they speed up the voices and pitch it up, or pitch it down in the case for the Rhino. That way you don't know who it is. Now, doing what I do, I figured I could slow it down and pitch correct it. That way we can hear the real celebrity voice. Now that plus a clue, we can determine who is under the mask. And we've been doing this since week 1 of season 1 and gotten them all right, with the exception of the Eagle, Dr. Drew, who was actually in this week's episode. Did you, in the very beginning of the show, he was actually in it, giving advice and therapy to the other contestants. It was really funny. Here's a clip.
Dr. Drew, they need me. Sorry I'm late. Robin Thicke parked in my spot. All right, guys, how can I be of help?
I can start. I'm really struggling to see in this thing.
This is the battle of the sixes.
Now, before we get into the main show, I wanted to talk about the after show after the mask, because there are a few things I wanted to address. First and foremost, Sherry Shepherd came by and was a co-host on it. And it was pretty cool because, you know, she was the Penguin from a season ago. It was pretty cool to see her on the show. But what I found interesting is that a lot of you guys have been asking me over and over and over again, Joey, they always show all of these people on the wall, these super fans who are there watching the show live. How can we be a part of it? What's going on here? I found out it's not live. They're not even there. It turns out it's Fox producers, friends, and family. And it's funny because we talked about this last week, trying to figure out what the heck was going on there. Fox actually added a disclaimer at the very bottom of the credits. It was probably about like 2 seconds before it would flip over to the very next, they had another show afterwards. And it said that the virtual audience was comprised of Fox employees and was pre-taped. Very interesting, right? And they still had the canned laughter in there, which was awful. Fox, we don't need you to go ahead and tell us when to laugh. We don't need you to go ahead and add in the laughings and the ahs. Please get rid of it. As an audio guy, you're killing me. Please don't do that. Anyway, let's dive into last night's show. Guest judge Gordon Ramsay was on, and I was trying to figure out how they were going to put him on the show. And it was kind of cool that they were bringing out all these dishes to try to have him guess, get some clues off of it, which it did help us for at least one character on the show. If you haven't seen the show yet, this is where the spoilers start coming in. Yes, 3 minutes in, we're finally going to go through the spoilers. The person revealed was, the astronaut! And it was Hunter Hayes. So we have our golden X here. We're going to go ahead and add that on there. Where are you at, Hunter? And it was pretty cool because we actually were able to go ahead and listen to him perform on After the Mask. It was the last thing they aired. It was pretty nice, and you could tell he really enjoyed his experience on the show. One thing I wanted to mention was, did anyone notice that Nicole, at the very last second, changed her answer to Hunter Hayes? Where on earth did she get that answer from? Obviously from the July 4th performance, but still, she waited 3 episodes to go ahead and change her guess like that? I don't know. Between you guys, because I know we talk about this on Instagram, if you want to send a message at Joey Contino, but we talk about this on Instagram a lot, that I feel like the producers sometimes have to force feed the judges, like, who's under the mask, maybe to not hurt the singer's feelings. I really don't know, because we saw another instance later in the show with Jenny, which, if there ever was someone who I wish they could take off of the panel, it would be Jenny. I really don't like her comments on the show. Also didn't like that she brought her husband on for the after show. It really was not necessary whatsoever. It didn't add to the show. But later on in the show, she went ahead and just randomly pulled 2 characters out that we're going to talk about later in the show and just named them correctly out of nowhere. And it was like, huh? Jenny, where? What? So, I know I don't like to complain about the show, but you're starting to get really fishy right there, guys. Actually, I had a lot of people message me and tell me how angry they were that I mean, they're thinking the same thing we're thinking, that Fox had to go ahead and have people mention it. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into last night's clues, starting off with the kitty. So the big clues we had last night for the kitty were a silver apple, we saw a monkey toy / doll, a Fabergé egg, milk, and then she had an album that was titled Mind Your Manners by Seal Sister. And the big clue was a cake, a multi-layered cake that you normally find in an opera house. And, I mean, that's a big hint right there. But here's the audio they gave us.
I present to you a clue that's literally a piece of cake. And just like me, it's super sweet and full of layers.
Now here's our pitch correct audio.
I present to you a clue that's literally a piece of cake. And just like me, it's super sweet and full of layers.
Now I have to admit, I really don't like the pitch correct audio for Kitty. It's almost like they had to hire someone to revoice her audio, because it doesn't really sound like her as much. Normally I would compare the voice, but I really don't like that audio. I'm probably going to stick to last week's audio, which was this.
I love this game of mouse and cat that we play, but these should really help grease up your gears.
So compare that to Jackie.
I love this game of mouse and cat that we play, but these should really help grease up your gears.
I have recently been asked by the president-elect to perform the national anthem.
And to me now that sounds like Jackie. So I'm still going with Jackie, guys. All the clues match up to me, including the cake, which Gordon Ramsay himself said was an opera cake. To answer the other clues, Silver Apple, we do know she had an album, her top 7 album. It was titled Silver Screen. Going off of that, with the monkey toy / doll, we do know that there is a doll version of Jackie out there. They've actually created it and you can buy it. I know, I don't know why. I guess because she was young and so they're trying to sell some kind of merchandise. After that, the Fabergé egg. We know she sang in Russia. The milk. This is an interesting one. She has done many articles where she talks about not being able to drink milk before she performs. She doesn't like to have any dairy whatsoever because it does something with her voice. So she completely cuts that out. I mean, it does make sense. Dairy thickens the mucus and makes it harder to sing. So interesting clue for you. And then the last album, talking about the seals, we do know that she is a big seal lover. She's performed at a Canadian seal event not too long ago. So seals are her favorite animals and ultimately like seals. So do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comment section. Next, we have the Rhino, whose performance last night was fantastic. I would say it was better than the Night Angel. And Jenny loved the Night Angel. What are you doing to me, Jenny? The big clues we had was the American flag behind him as a banner. He mentions yoga. He said he has kids. And then we saw a bar stool and some guitar picks. Now here's the audio they gave us.
My favorite dish, when I'm in Rhino country, cheese, spaghetti, and meatballs. So now, is my name on the tip of your tongue?
Now here's our pitch correct audio.
My favorite dish, when I'm in Rhino country, cheese, spaghetti, and meatballs. So now, is my name on the tip of your tongue?
I am still going with Barry Zito, everyone. Barry Zito in the house. Now, just to compare, here's the Rhino talking into Barry Zito.
My favorite dish, when I'm in Rhino country, cheese, spaghetti, and meatballs. So now, is my name on the tip of your tongue?
Oh, that was the most accurate baseball movie that there ever was.
And to me, that sounds like him. Guitar picks, he plays guitar. When it comes to yoga, he was notorious for doing yoga on the baseball diamond before each game, which was kind of interesting. Not many people do that. When it comes to American flag, well, we do know that baseball is America's pastime, their biggest game. So, I mean, American flag. Goes hand in hand, baseball, American flag. When it comes to the Barstool, we do know that he was on the podcast Barstool Sports. So, well, it might be a stretch, but that's what I'm going with on there. And kids, of course, he does have, I think he only has one child with his wife right now. I could be wrong, he might have two. When it comes to his dish, he mentioned spaghetti and meatballs. I have no idea how that relates to his clue package whatsoever. I know, I'm sorry. But go ahead and let me know if you agree with me. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section. After that, we had Senor Frog. Senor Frog gave us some really good clues, such as a Twinkie, the number 13, the number 32, candy, and a catfish. Here's the audio that Fox gave us.
Well, I present to you my favorite dish.
Okay.
From the South. With a hint of hints. Thank you. Bon appetit.
Now here's our pitch correct audio.
Well, I present to you my favorite dish.
Okay.
From the South. With a hint of hints. Thank you. Bon appetit.
I'm sticking with Little Bow Wow, or Bow Wow, whoever you want to call him. It sounds just like him. Just to compare the voices, let's go ahead and have the frog talking into Little Bow Wow talking.
Well, I present to you my favorite dish.
Okay.
From the South. With a hint of hints. Thank you. Bon appetit.
Just having an experience and just learning and just being able to do something that I love to do. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, 20 years.
So yeah, that definitely sounds like him. Just to answer some of the questions, number 13 was how old he was when he put out his first album. Twinkie. Twinkie was his nickname in the Fast and the Furious franchise. Well, I think it was only in the Tokyo Drift one, but that was his nickname. Number 32, Michael Jordan's basketball number. And we do know that he was in a movie like Mike about, of course, Mike who? Oh, Michael Jordan. After that, we saw the candy, which is actually called a Buckeye candy. I didn't know that. I had to do the research. And turns out that was created in Ohio, which is where he's from. And for the last clue, the catfish, we do know there was a TV show called Catfish, where a girl on the show thought she was talking to Little Bow Wow. Now, someone could say that where he was originally from, Atlanta, their main dish is catfish, so you could go with that too. So there's a double for you. Now, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comment section. The next clues we had were from the Night Angel. There's only two more left. The Night Angel and the Turtle. The Night Angel clues, I have to admit, baffled me. Some of them I really don't know how they match up. We saw a lighter. We saw off the hook and a lot of phone references. We saw fish hooks. And we saw a dish of crickets. Here's the audio that Fox gave us.
Here's a delicacy you may think is a bit creepy, but, don't be scared. Just chew it.
Now here's our pitch correct audio.
Here's a delicacy you may think is a bit creepy, but, don't be scared. Just chew it.
Now comment below who you think it is. I'm going with Candy. Just to compare the voices, this is the Night Angel talking into Candy talking.
Here's a delicacy you may think is a bit creepy, but, don't be scared. Just chew it.
Cynthia was very honest about her feelings and the fact that she felt like Kenya was distant.
So that sounds the same to me. Obviously, she's been doing that fake accent for a while, so it kind of throws us off just a little bit. But just to answer the questions, we know Escape came out with an album Off the Hook, which could refer to all of those hook references, whether it's a fishing hook or the phone stuff. I really can't match up many of the other clues. I don't have any clue what the lighter has to do with it whatsoever. Or the crickets. We do know that is a dish served in Georgia. That's about it, where Atlanta is, and she's on Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's a stretch. But Nick Cannon eating a cricket. Let's just point that out. Nick Cannon ate a cricket. You go watch it again. Here, watch it.
Taste one, Nick. No! Taste one!
Come on, listen to Sir Gordon.
Taste one, please. Come on.
Do it!
Come on. Yes!
No, thank you. Not me. No crickets are going near this mouth. Nope, no crickets. No, thank you, Charlie. Anyway, the last person we have on here is the turtle. My boy, man, my boy. The clues that we had was a chessboard. We had a heart with a crown on it. We had a stuffed ram. And then for some reason, his dish was apple salsa. Is that a thing? Right? Apple salsa? Isn't it applesauce? Anyway, here's the audio they gave us.
It's crunch time, guys, so I'm giving you this colorful medley of chips with an apple salsa for all your Clue cravings.
Now here's our pitch correct audio.
It's crunch time, guys, so I'm giving you this colorful medley of chips with an apple salsa for all your Clue cravings.
Now I'm thinking it's still Jesse McCartney. Very talented. I'm still sticking to that. Just to compare it, here's the turtle talking into Jesse McCartney.
It's crunch time, guys, so I'm giving you this colorful medley of chips with an apple salsa for all your Clue cravings.
But it's really nice. Like, the fans came up to me on my last tour with the Backstreet Boys, and I started actually an Instagram hashtag.
So that sounds like him to me. Just to answer a few questions, when it comes to the chessboard, we do know he has a song called Chessmate. It's pretty catchy. Actually, Google it when you get a chance. When it comes to the Heart and the Crown, we do know he did the voiceover for a character on the game Kingdom Hearts. I didn't know that either. I had to look that one up. Then when it came to the stuffed ram, we do know he performed at Ram Jam. So I'm assuming that goes hand in hand. And then when it comes to his apple salsa, I have no idea. Jesse, why are you picking apple salsa? I kind of want to try it. I had regular salsa yesterday. So now I want to try some applesauce. I mean, is that just the same thing as doing a chip into applesauce? Right? Do you have any idea what this is? Let me know in the comments section. Anyway, that is all the audio we had for the show. Let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Do you think that Jenny shouldn't be a judge on this show? Should she be replaced? I really want to know because she's really not enjoying her on the show anymore. I'm sorry. I love Nicole. I love Rob. I love Ken. I think Joel should come back and take her spot. Or get Yvette back. I like Yvette. Yvette was great. Or maybe get Sherry Shepherd. She's funny too. Come on, let's switch it up maybe next season. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Remember, we still have our pins for sale, so you can pick them up. Where is it at? Right, somewhere over here. You can pick them up by clicking the link in the description. And I want to thank you for joining me. Me and Julie will have a live stream on Friday at 7 o'clock, so make sure you join in. And I always like to leave you guys with a question. And my question is, at the end of the season, you know, Masked Singer is going to be over. And there really won't be any Masked Singer, at least we don't know yet, for next year. My question is, what kind of videos you want to see on this channel? Let me know in the comment section. I'm Joey. And as always, Charlie, welcome to hell. See you later. Bye.